You are now tuned in to another episode of the Sillygirlspodcast. I'm your girl Charsla.
I'm your girl KeeKee.
And on this podcast, we dance in the rain. What's good, Silly Squad? It's your girls, the Sillygirlspodcast, and we're back again with another fresh and hot episode for you. So please go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and comment and say hi. Also, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time that we drop a video, as well as tap that subscribe button to join our family, okay? Now, it is the arrow that is right under this video. And that arrow means that you can tell somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And because they family, I gotta tell them how to tell my real family. Share this motherfucker to a friend. Share it to everybody on your timeline, on your contact list, on the niggas that you was. Yeah, we not gonna do that today, but you know, it's the Lord's Day. Yes, amen, saints. Share it to all of them. Yeah. Share it to all of them. Also, in our description box, it has some links. Some links that actually take you over to a podcast platform, okay? As well as our social media accounts, okay? But y'all know it's my favorite time of every episode because I get the honor to introduce this blood sitting on the side. What up, blood? What up, blood? What up? What up, cutie in the red? Hey, red.
Hey.
What up, blood? Yeah. We both from East Dallas, and you know what I'm saying? Same, man. Yeah. So how you been doing?
I've been doing well.
I don't know if y'all follow her on, you know what I'm saying, social media for the one to do. Baby, she had, sometimes she sent me some pictures, but then sometimes I just have to see them when I see them on social media. And so when I saw her looking all cute, first she had them thighs was out. Okay? It's my meat and stuff. You know what I'm saying, girl? You looked real cute, girl.
Thank you, boo.
Yeah, she looked real cute. Okay.
How about you? A brunch beauty.
Yeah, come on, brunch beauty. Yeah.
She's been outside having fun, going to brunches. You know, Charsla, she ain't got to be nothing for her to get dressed up. She like to stay dressed up and look cute. And you been popping your shit.
Thank you, girl.
With them thighs. I really like that pink on you. That pink dress you had on.
Which one?
That was really cute. When you and CC.
Yeah.
That was
I
really,
love that
really
one.
cute.
Oh, I love that
one. So cute.
And then the lighting in there, it was dark.
Was
so it didn't really give the, you know what I'm saying, the pop that I wanted.
It did outside when y'all took the picture. You get what I'm saying? But that pink was really pretty.
I love that because it was
nice.
it was so simple pretty. And just But just been really enjoying my summer.
Yeah.
And just I'm like, you know, loving me waking up late and just, you know what I'm saying, just sleeping and then just getting up, getting cute and just going somewhere.
Yeah, because it's already July.
Don't.
Girl, it's gonna be like.
Don't even.
Time is really going by super fast.
Don't even mention it. I'm just so sad.
It's so busy.
So sad. But yeah, just enjoying my summer and just for real, like. Just having a ball, seriously, that and just playing and doing all other kind of stuff. But that's all I really got going on. Yeah.
But it's good. You've been looking like.
Salute.
Thank you. You've been looking cute doing it. I said, I want to. It's like my weekends be my weekends, but the only I haven't been able to go to a brunch like that except I went for my friend's birthday, and then I went with my sister.
Fuck all that. Hold on.
When we going?
No, because I told y'all how she get on this podcast and she'll say all the stuff we need to do, we go do. As soon as we wrap, we don't do any motherfucking thing. Hold on. Tomorrow are you going to the bingo?
I work. That's what I was getting around to saying. I told Janika I work only Wednesday I don't work is next Wednesday. And you gonna be gone next Wednesday?
Nope.
Well, next Wednesday is fine. I don't work the 15th, but I work every week. And it's so crazy because normally she don't schedule me on a Wednesday. She do me Monday and maybe Thursday or just Monday and Saturday. But here recently it's been Monday and Wednesday. And I do put my shift up. I'm like, can somebody take my shift? Nobody wants to fucking take it.
Because she told me, I'm going with you for sure. Because we had a conversation. I was telling her about how everybody had flaked on me, right? And but then my rider had told me, you know what I'm saying? I know I ain't gonna flake on you.
Okay, but we can't say the reason why you was like, yeah, dog, don't even come.
Yeah, remember? Now that was a good reason.
That was a good reason.
That was a good reason.
But other Wednesdays I've been working, but the 15th I don't work. So I can do it on the 15th. I don't work on the 15th. or whatever day it is, a Wednesday coming up, I don't work that day, so we can go.
Just know if y'all follow me on social media, she ain't gonna be in my pictures because she ain't coming.
Yes, I am.
This is what she told me last time.
Now I ain't gonna be real. I may not be popping on no picture, but I do my finger like this because my hair gonna be back like Sophia with the look. You know when I put my pipe cleaners in there, I'm gonna get my hair done, and it's gonna be twisted up, and I gotta leave them in for a few days. But I'm coming, even if I had to be like Sophia.
Listen,
I'm coming. She ain't gonna see it. She ain't gonna believe it till she pull up and I'm sitting in that parking lot like this.
I'm gonna be like, And what's so crazy is the place is around the corner from my house.
Yeah, so that, but do you hear
I drive 45 minutes, but she can drive 5.
But listen, if you're listening, she know why I couldn't go. The first time I was ready, but then some shit happened, and now she was like, "Nah, don't come." Then I had to work.
What was it? Your man?
The same reason. You better shut it up. You better shut it up. Now on to our topic.
Okay, on to the topic. Okay, you got me. So we're going to talk about daddy privilege. Okay, so basically, daddy privilege is when you actually have your daddy in your actual life when you were growing up. You know what I'm saying? And basically still in your life today, right? And it's so many women that you can see that you can actually, if you put a woman that had her daddy, like, you know what I'm saying, like, that was with her when she was, you know what I'm saying, growing up, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, birth on to adulthood, is a difference versus a woman who did not have her dad in her life from, you know what I'm saying, birth so she was adulthood. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that because in those years, especially, you know what I'm saying, when she was actually forming how she treat, you know what I'm saying, because no matter what, how, you know what I'm saying, people, we're talking about women right now. When I talk about, like, if a man had his dad, it's like we're talking about the women. So, if, you know what I'm saying, in those years, you know what I'm saying, where they forming of how, you know what I'm saying, what type of men they like, how they, you know what I'm saying, how a man is supposed to love them, how a man is supposed to be there for them, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you can have uncles and, you know what I'm saying, father figures in your life, but actually having your actual, you know what I'm saying, father in your life as you know what I'm saying, in a household, or just, you know what I'm saying, around period, you know what I'm saying, that is active in your life. So we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, is different how that woman is as an adult, of how she actually sees men. You get what I'm saying? Versus the woman who did not have that in her life, and in those years where she was trying to, especially those teenage years, she's trying to figure out like what love is from a male, you know what I'm saying? And you know how she should be treated from a male is different. So it's basically daddy privilege of having that in your life, because it's like a, you know what I'm saying, something that a lot of people did not have. So let me ask you, so did you have your dad in your life? Did you have extra daddies in your life? Did you, you know what I'm saying, like, and how do you think that helped you see the opposite sex as far as relationship wise?
And you know, thank you for that. It's a great question. No, seriously, I grew up in a household, well, I grew up with a bonus daddy who raised me from when I was 8 up until still now. And then I had my biological dad who was in my life, but he was a street dude. I was in the street, in and out of jail, but when I saw him, but it wasn't like one of those things where he was in and out like like in and out. He wasn't in and out to where I was like, oh, where is my dad? I'm missing it. Like, I've never felt like a longing for our daddy. And maybe it could be, but even before my bonus dad came into the picture, I never felt that way either, because I had my mama, I had my granddad. Like, I had so much love being poured into me that it wasn't, I wasn't aware that my daddy was in and out of jail. Because when I saw him, I'm like, oh, my daddy. Then my family, my grandmother would always say, oh, your daddy's out of town for work. So I figured that he was out of town for work, and when I see him, he was back in town for work. So it wasn't one of those things where he just didn't want to be there. Nothing was ever planted in my head that my dad wasn't a good dad or wasn't a present dad. So, and then when my bonus dad came in the picture, he been 10 toes down ever since. You know, love me like I'm his own daughter, because he only had boys. So he's my daddy. I just say bonus dad so y'all can tell the difference between the two. So me saying that and how I look at men, I look at them like for what they are. When they paint that picture who they are, that's how I look at them. I'm not one of those girls who be like, oh, you just gonna come in and leave me like my dad. You know, I'm not one of those girls who have to have a man in my life because I'm longing for because I was rejected by my dad, or he didn't want me. So I feel like I'm always longing for a man to want me because I'm lacking my dad not wanting me. I've never felt that way to this day. I still don't feel that way. And even, you know, because I guess because I have daddy privilege, and that's good for me. But even with that being said, I don't even think that if my daddy was not in my life, I would have daddy issues, because
you don't know that.
Yeah, I don't. I can't.
You can't speak of it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, even with like my bonus daddy, with him being in out the picture, like nobody. I'm saying to me, with girls who have, I feel like, and I could be dead wrong because I have daddy issues, but I feel like most girls that I'm cool with that say they have daddy issues is because their daddy was in and out. He was never consistent. And what I'm saying is, if you take away my bonus daddy out the picture, my biological daddy wasn't consistent. He was in and out the picture, but I never longed for anything or longed for that love from him. And before my bonus daddy came in the picture, because I was getting it from, everything I wanted, ever needed was coming from the people in my life. So it wasn't like I even knew. I could tell that, oh, everybody got a daddy but me. And that, like you said, that could be because I had my bonus daddy come in at a young age anyway. So, like I said, I can't say that.
What year did he come in?
19...
No, what year? How old were you?
I'm saying 1990, I was 8.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was born in 82. So he came in when I was 8. But I'm saying, and I'm only basing it off of what my friends that admit they have daddy issues have told me. And out of one of their mouths, she said because her daddy was in and out and making so many promises, that's why she have the daddy issues that she have. And I believe my other friend have the same one. Thankfully, I haven't had to experience it, but I do have a friend who daddy was never in her life, and she don't show signs of daddy issues when it comes to men like that, because she like, shit, he wasn't in my life. Her mama never talked bad about him. She just said he wasn't in the picture. So I don't know if, what I'm trying to get around to saying is, do you think that when, like, if the mother speaks ill of the dad that's in and out, that can kind of plant more seeds for the daddy issues versus the woman who just has to talk with her kid and be like, he don't want to be a part and he just don't want to be here? I mean, we don't really know, but I wonder, would that be a difference versus, like, you have a man, like you said, was it you that said this, that you don't want somebody coming in and out? Was that you that told me? It was, well, somebody I talked to was like, a person coming in and out is not good, because that's the daddy, my friend with the dad, she was like, it's not good. She don't want nobody, she don't want that for herself, she don't want that for her children, because
it's false hope.
Yeah, it's a lot of false, like you just said the bullshit up like that. And I appreciate that, and I'm like, that takes strength to put your foot down, like, no, you either in the huddle or you out the huddle. So I'm just wondering, with women who had, if not saying, I don't know if their parents spoke ill of their dad, but I see a lot of girls who like, your daddy ain't shit, he don't want to be here. Would that add on to the daddy issue because you telling her out of your own mouth he don't want you? Or is it just some shit where you like, oh, your daddy just decided, you know, this wasn't for him, and leave it at that? Do you think the kid would still be curious? Like, because we don't have it, I don't know, but I'm curious to know how it you know, be.
Yeah. So basically, let me say this before I even start. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I ain't studying none of this stuff. This is going off of just my opinion. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? So it's always that will add on to it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that will be, you know what I'm saying, more onto it. But see, it's the difference between having an active father.
Yeah.
And just a, you know what I'm saying, someone who's in and out. Because somebody who is active in your life, they don't have to be in the same household to feel, you know what I'm saying,
that love.
That love and that, you know what I'm saying, that support, and that, you know what I'm saying, that bowl of knowledge that they're getting from them. You get what I'm saying? So basically, the daddy privilege does weigh heavy. See, women say it all the time of like, you know what I'm saying, basically like, I had a mama and a granny, like what you just said, to love me, so I didn't feel, you know what I'm saying, that. But however, it plays a huge factor in how, you know what I'm saying, women still treat and look at men of the opposite sex. Because a lot of times people be like, you know what I'm saying, no, I don't hate my dad, I don't hate men because of that. But however, it still, you know what I'm saying, be some uneasiness or some trauma that, you know what I'm saying, nobody's gonna actually say, you know what I'm saying, their traumas and their, you know what I'm saying, to like, you know, friends, you know what I'm saying, to just people they talk to. But however, you know what I'm saying, it does play a huge role. Like a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, when they saying that a lot of the women, you know what I'm saying, let me say it's back before Cardi B and them made it, you know, popular about the strip club stuff, you know what I'm saying, but they funny. But you know what I'm saying, all the ones in the strip club, most of them didn't have a daddy. You get what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say, because basically when you have that male, that active, you know what I'm saying, male in your life, is certain, you know what I'm saying, choices and decisions that you would make. Like I be joking with y'all all the time that if my dad was still alive, that I wouldn't have this podcast. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that as a joke, but I'm so serious. Because I know I wouldn't be able to speak freely knowing that my daddy could hear what I'm saying.
And mine heard. I don't know how he stumbled across that. I remember he said that and Charsla bust out laughing. That shit was not funny. And
you know what I'm saying? Because I know, you know what I'm saying, like with my daddy, like I'm a daddy's girl, right? You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't want my daddy to know I had sex, I kissed. I didn't want him to know anything because, you know what I'm saying, like when you really have, you know what I'm saying, that man where it's like, that's my superhero, and I'm looking at him, you know, I don't want him to know none of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so as much, you know what I'm saying, my mama, me and my mama, you know what I'm saying, like this, she on it, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't mind she, you know what I'm saying, knowing I'm having sex or something. But my dad, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a difference of, you know what I'm saying, most of the women, you know what I'm saying, it's not all, because some, you know, women, you know what I'm saying, they learn their own things, or, you know what I'm saying, but majority of women who had daddy privilege and who didn't is a total, it's a huge red, not a red flag, but a huge difference of how the ones who didn't view the opposite sex and approach the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? Like for the ones who had daddy privilege, who had an active father, you know what I'm saying, in their life, we were not yearning for the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of them, because I had read, like I said, it was something they had put up statistics something, and it was saying something about like that a lot of women who had that in their life, most of them basically, you know what I'm saying, are the ones that are single. And listen to me when I say this, okay? It sounds strange, but listen to me, go with me, okay? They were saying that the standard that their daddy put on them, basically of this is how a man should love you. This is what you're not going to take. This is, you know what I'm saying, blase, right?
Yeah.
Versus the women who didn't have a man, you know, because a lot of times the man, the daddy probably not even voicing it, but you see it. So, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, you know, things that we learn from our parents, we're not, and they didn't actually voice it or tell us. Yeah. We actually pick it up because we are around it and we see it, right? Yeah. A lot of stuff that I learned from my daddy, of how whatever I saw, you know what I'm saying, I just picked up because I saw him do it, or how he loved me and supported me, or, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'll say it all the time about my confidence, and like, hey, I was, oh, Charlie, you beautiful, like, can't nobody else tell me otherwise, you know what I'm saying? And so they were saying, because most of them are very, you know what I'm saying, the daddy's girl of, you know what I'm saying, like, you have to step like my daddy stepping, or you will get stepped off. Versus the women who didn't have a daddy, they just yearning for a male connection, that they will accept anybody just to be in a relationship. So they tend to get in relationships more because they was lacking that male love from their father, so they would take any male's love. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but the ones who had the daddy love, they're not, it's nothing lacking. So it's like, so they will take a man, but if they not rising to, you know what I'm saying, like, the love, not all, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them where it's like, you know, that they don't mind being single because they still have the daddy's love, or, you know what I'm saying, or that they not just getting with this man of her just to be with somebody to have the, you know what I'm saying, the male connection.
Yeah.
Because they already have it. So it's like they getting with the ones that they really want, you know what I'm saying, instead of the ones that they need for to make them feel whole.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, damn, that does make fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I said, and I'm speaking from me, you know what I'm saying, me and her, you know what I'm saying, like I said all the time, like, you know what I'm saying, I would love to, you know what I'm saying, be in a relationship, but if it's not, you know, beneficial to me, I'm okay with being single. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to be single? I don't think anyone wants to be single.
Yeah.
But I am okay with being single until the right one comes.
Yeah.
Just versus, you know what I'm saying, just throw me somebody and I'm like, yeah, I got somebody and me ain't here for the right cat and it's all bullshit. I'm not accepting that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of women who, you know what I'm saying, didn't have daddy privilege, those are the ones who, you know what I'm saying, was quick to, you know what I'm saying, have sex, quick to hear up and get boyfriends, quick to, you know what I'm saying, because they was yearning and, you know what I'm saying, any, you know what I'm saying, male, and then because of that, you know what I'm saying, at a young age, you know what I'm saying, let's say like middle school is when, I was talking about the middle school, you know what I'm saying, when the boys start to, you know what I'm saying, to look at them and try to talk to them or whatever, they were actually learning a lot through young males, their age versus their father who is mature and a man. So they got a lot of their perspective of the opposite sex from young boys.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's a difference for that. So like I said, because you had mentioned that you don't think that you would have did something. I mean, you know what I'm saying, feel some type of way.
I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really, like I said, I really don't know. I'm just saying, I don't. And maybe because I'm thinking like I'm a grown woman now, but as a kid, you know, I don't know what the hell. Yeah. But I'm just thankful that I didn't have to experience that, and it really sucks that children, the women that are now suffering from the daddy issues have to go through that because they didn't ask to be here. You know, and it just sucks for them. And you have some great women who just battle with that. And they don't want to have it, but it's just something that it happened in their life. And I'm just happy that I have a bonus daddy in my life and my daddy in my life, to where I don't have to feel like that, because I've never felt like I just had to have a boyfriend or I just had to talk to somebody. That's never been my thing. I've never had to. And then even when I do talk to him, I'm not easily impressed. You know, like, but even though like my bonus daddy, the way he treated my mama, he put her on a pedestal. So, you know, I knew that if I was to get, I'm lying, I didn't know that, but I'm just saying, looking at, like you said, he didn't voice it, but you saw it. You know, my mama was like treated like a queen. Like, he get whatever she wanted, he gave it to me. Even with me as a kid, whatever I wanted, he gave it to me. And then here with my bonus daddy, where he at in life now, you know what I'm saying, like if I ask him for it, he gonna give it to me. And when we have our talks, like, he be giving me that real, like, the same thing, you know. So it's like, I'm thankful for that, and I wish other people were able to have that. So I do have daddy privilege, and I'm not mad about it. That's one thing I'm like, I sure do. I have two dads. So.
Like I said, I thank God, because even, you know what I'm saying, that my daddy had left the home, you know what I'm saying, when my mom and him broke up. But I'm so grateful that, you know what I'm saying, he didn't leave me, he was still active, like, you know. And so that's what I'm saying, that basically, but it is a huge difference. And, you know what I'm saying, because like I said, I grew up with, you know, a lot of people in my school that didn't have their daddies. And then, like I said, you could tell, because I used to be looking at the girls and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, like, but a lot of them, they were, you know what I'm saying, as kids, they didn't understand it, but they was just needing that male attention, you know what I'm saying, like, it was like, I'm like, damn, these, you know. And
you have some good, like, I have a friend who, I didn't ever really know her daddy, but she had like 6 uncles. And I know you said the uncle is just a father figure, but what they instilled in, you know what I'm saying, like what they instilled in her, like the love they put, because it was so many of them, you know, like she on the same wavelength as us, like, like, no, because I know my uncle this and my uncle that, you know, like, and so shout out to the uncles that step up to the kids who, like, they don't have no daddy, because that's important to have that male figure in their life. Because like I tell people all the time, you know, it ain't your fault that the nigga don't want to be responsible. Fuck him. But you have a village, and you have a man in her life that's gonna plant that seeds with, like, hey, and because you see a lot of girls say, my uncle taught me this, my uncle trained my auntie like this, you know, and it ain't the same as your dad, because it does make you want, like, why you don't want me? Or what is it about me, like that what is it about me that make you not want me? And that's the same thing with mama privilege. Like, some men, the boys who mama in their life but ain't in their life, you know, you can tell by the way they are. It's like, you looking for a mama, and these titties are for us to fuck around, but not for me to breastfeed you. So, nah. Okay. Yeah.
You just always take it left.
I did. But yeah, thank God for our daddy privilege.
Yeah.
We need to have to say daddy. They gonna think we talking about fucking old men right after we get a head to say daddy privilege.
No, daddy privilege
Daddy
is
privilege,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so let me say this. I'm so grateful that I did because I have my dad in my life because you know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying like even if just like if you didn't have your dad in your life as a kid and you get him in your life as an adult, it's still gonna be the same because you didn't have him in those years
when it matters
because you know what I'm saying? It's when your let me say this, when your brain is forming of how to, you know what I'm saying, look at the opposite sex. You needed him in those years versus now your mind is already formed, you know what I'm saying, of how like, you know, some manipulation can be, but the core memories that you have and the core, you know what I'm saying, you needed him at that age. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful to get him whenever, but however, what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying as far as, you know what I'm saying, how you're gonna view that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and if you realize you got those daddy issues, just get the help you need to see you can work through it. I think you can beat it.
Yeah.
You know,
everything can be do.
You just go and just, you know, just know that you are not the issue. You know what I'm saying? It's just that little girl inside of you longing for that affection from your dad. And it's just crazy because when you think about it, it's warped for a girl to be longing for a man because they want their daddy. That's like incest. But that's just where my brain is fucked up. I'm just saying because if you get a man, if you say you dating all these men and you want to date them, but because you longing for what your dad didn't give you, your daddy will not be fucking on you. And your lover is not going to love you like your dad. Or maybe they're saying it in a sense where the protection and the, I don't fucking know. But to all my girls out there that ain't got no daddy, I'm sorry. But don't make these niggas your daddy because y'all want a daddy. You got a daddy. And he'll never lead you astray. You may not see him, but he always there on time. He'll never let you down. Yeah.
You got something else you want to say?
I don't.
I'm just through with you. Silly Squad, we out.